The Lake Erie yellow perch is one of the most coveted fish on the North Shore, and it's because it has incredibly sweet meat and there's lots of it. Today I'm going to prepare a coconut curry, and along with that we'll serve it with naan. The first thing is to get these filleted and then make an incredible paste that'll be full flavored and get the curry rolling. Once filleted, make sure to get the pieces of fish down to bite-sized pieces. Just take each fillet and make it about this big. You can cut it into 4 or into 3. It's going to depend on what size fish that you have. The reason you want to do this is going to shrink up a little bit, but then when it goes in the curry, you'll have a really nice bite-sized piece. With the fish portioned, it's time to start making the curry paste, which is the most important thing. You get a good base of flavors going, the curry's going to be unbelievable. The first step is to take some garlic, and I'm just going to break out a few cloves. Take them, trim the base. The garlic's fragrant, fresh. Trim the base, peel that back, slice the cloves in half, and then those are going to go into the mortar and pestle. Now, I've got a really lightweight mortar and pestle that I take with me when I'm doing ingredients outside. If you're in your kitchen, you can easily do this in a food processor. So with the garlic in, now it's time for the ginger. Ginger is going to bring some sweetness and a little bit of heat. So all I'm going to do, just to make it simple to show you, I'll just take that end off, and using my knife I can just gently peel back the ginger I want. So take that outside off. If you don't want to use a knife for this, you can just use a spoon. It's really easy to remove that. Peel it all the way back. It smells so good already. There we go. And then just a few slices. I'm going to make them thin because I really want to make sure to get this broken down. So with the garlic and the ginger in, I'll start making a paste. The next step is to get some of the spices in there. Once you've got a good start with the garlic and the ginger, start to incorporate the spice mixture, including the cardamom pods. You're going to add ground nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon, turmeric, cumin, coriander, cinnamon. It's going to be incredibly fragrant. With your temperature on medium-high, get the pan good and hot. Then take coconut oil. Coconut oil is great to take with you because it's very stable, and you can see this has been in the cooler. So a good tablespoon, tablespoon and a half, and get that rolling. Make sure the pan is hot before adding anything into it. Once the oil is completely melted, put in your paste and begin to fry. The next step is just to continue to build flavors. Now I've got some beautiful curry leaves. They smell so fresh. So I'm just gonna literally strip these off. I need about a dozen. I'm gonna add those, so just take it off, run your finger along the stem in the reverse direction. About a dozen in, depending on what flavor you're looking for. That'll be lots. The next in will be the shallots. I'm just gonna remove the tip and the root. Slice it in half. Peel, and then a very nice fine slice. You can see that all of that is cooking down nicely. It'll take 5 to 7 minutes for those shallots to flavor up, to tenderize, to get translucent, and they'll be ready. Now it's time to add a few more ingredients. I've got some red and green chilies, so I'm just going to make a fine slice of the red chili. Now you can take the seeds out. Removing the seeds will actually tone down the heat a little bit. So I love some red chilies, and we're going to add some green chilies. I like a lot of heat, and especially being out here on the water, a ton of flavor is going to go a long way. So we got red and green chilies. Now it's time for some of the tomatoes. So that acidity will help to balance out some of that heat. And literally, again, just making bite-sized pieces. I'm going to continue to build this as I go. This is going to go into the pan and continue to develop those flavors. One of my favorite ingredients is lemongrass. Now, it doesn't smell like much, maybe when you're in the market, but when you get it on the cutting board and start cutting it up, that fragrant lemon comes out in spades. All we want to do in this case is just make a super fine slice. Now for the best part, in goes the fish. So I'm just going to take and arrange the fish on top. It'll immediately begin to cook. I wait to add the fish until the very end because I don't want it to overcook. Now I've got a nice mixture of both salt and pepper. I do it this way to simplify it. And this is a Himalayan salt, and there's some lemon zest and fresh thyme. Season it well, let it cook just slightly, and then toss it a couple times. While the fish is cooking, there's just a couple more things to do. Slice up some fresh spring onion, and we're gonna toss that in. That's gonna brighten it up. Look at that bubbling away. We've got a beautiful sauce going there. You can see the fish is changing color. It's turning white. Its texture is improving. Now I've got some fresh cilantro. All I'm gonna do is just take the top from those leaves, give them a turn, and then put that in. Those will cook down nicely. And then the last step is to top this up with some coconut milk. This I'm gonna continue to cook, and then we'll reduce to perfection. You can see the curry is just reducing beautifully. It's getting glossy. And what you want to do is continue to heat it until you get it the right consistency. And to mop it up, you're going to use naan. So naan is a beautiful flatbread. It's fragrant and it's perfect for taking corners and for dipping it in, just like this. I love this served family style, or you can see here I'm going to serve it on a plate, but you can serve it very, very inauspiciously. It can be done, scoop it into a cup, send it out on a plate. You can use fine china, or you can use camp cookware to make this incredible dish. This is driftwood perch with a coconut curry. Try this the next time you've got some fresh perch. You're going to love it.